Hello viewers, I'm your instructor Amna. Welcome back to my channel. Please don't forget to subscribe and like my channel and also press the bell icon to get the notification of my videos. Well, by continuing my previous topic, business communication, effective business communication, I will discuss the essential parts of a letter. The reader of a business letter is impressed not by its content alone, but by its form and styles also. So today, in my today's lecture, I will discuss the essential parts of a business letter. The number 1 is the heading, number 2, the date, number 3, the inside address, number 4, the salutation, number 5, the body, number 6, the complimentary clause, number 7, the signature. So let's discuss every part one by one. The heading. Basically, the heading consists of the name of the firm or the company and its full address. What? The heading consists of the name of the company or the firm and its full address. Most business companies use printed letterheads on which the essential details of the address are given, or many letterheads contain additional information such as telephone number, cable code, telegram address, reference line, even the names of senior officer and address of its branch officer. And on the other side, many old types of letterhead used to list even the products of the company with a picture of the company's offices or factory buildings. These are not unusual even these days. So most organizations, however, prefer a simple and a clear letterhead which is in keeping with the current designs. So if you are using a plain paper, the heading should be typed or written to the right of the center of the page. For example, if you are using a plain paper, the heading should be typed or written to the right of the center of the page. It should not be begun from the left of the center, even if there is a long line in the address. The heading should be typed about 2 inches below the top of the paper for letters of medium length. In the full block type of letters, the heading is typed about 2 inches below the top towards the left margin. The next is the date. The date is usually typed after 2 spaces below the last line of the heading. The date should be written in full as December 21, 1988. The month or the year should not be abbreviated. For example, the date is written in figures only as, for example, 21/9/88 or 21/9/77 can cause misunderstanding. But writing the date as 21 December 1988 is quite right and is much in use. Needless in addition of first, second, third, fourth should be avoided, like ST, ND, RD, TH. ST for first, ND for second, RD for third, TH for fourth should be avoided. In a full block letter, the date is written 2 spaces below the last line of the heading towards the left margin. Number 3 is the inside address. The inside address is basically consists of the name and address of a person, organization, company or department whom the letter is sent. Why it is called inside address? It is called inside address because the same address is written outside on the envelope. So these two addressed must be in the same form. The inside address performs 3 functions. Number 1, It is an identification for delivery by the receiver. It is an identification for delivery by the receiver. Number 2, it provides a record for the sender, and it provides an additional address for delivery to the addressee if the envelope is somehow separated from the letter. Number 3 is the salutation. The salutation always starts at the left margin and is followed by a comma or a colon. The salutation always starts at the left margin and is separated or followed by a comma or a colon. It is an expression of courtesy intended to put the reader in a friendly frame of mind. It is an expression of courtesy intending to put the reader in a friendly frame of mind. It is typed 2 spaces below the inside address and evenly with the left margin. The standard forms according to the degree of formality are these: most formal, formal, less formal, friendly. Most formal for men, sir; for women, madam. Formal for men, my dear sir; for women, my dear madam. Less formal for men, my dear Dr. Khan, or dear sir, dear Mr. Halim. For women, dear madam, my dear Mrs. Khan, dear Mrs. Salim. Friendly, my dear Halim, dear Naim. For men, dear Nasim. So use a comma or a colon after the salutation. Do not use a dash or a semicolon. The plural forms of all formal salutations are these, like gentleman. Use gentleman in writing to a company, organization, committees, or any other group made entirely of men and women. Madams or ladies should be used when writing to company or organization or committee made up entirely of women. The next is the body. The body of the letter contains the message. The main body of the letter contains what? The message itself. It should begin 2 spaces below the salutation. If the subject line is also written, then it should be written 2 spaces below the salutation. Single space makes the appearance of the letter look very impressive. In short letters, however, double spaces are used to make for shortness of the body. Double spaces must always be given between paragraph, regardless of the fact whether single or double spaces are given within the line of a paragraph. So, in every line, by writing every line, give the double space, then write the next line. Number 5 is the complementary clause. The complementary clause is a kind of a goodbye line. It is directly related to the alternation, and the same degree of formality should be used in it as is used in salutation. The same degree of formality should be used in it as in used in salutation. In which? In the complementary clause. The different forms used according to the required degree of formality are as below. For example, yours respectfully, respectfully yours, obediently yours, yours truly, yours faithfully, yours very truly, yours sincerely, yours very sincerely, yours cordially. Notice that yours is always included in the complementary closing of business letter. For punctuation, a complementary clause is always followed by a comma. For punctuation, a complementary clause is always followed by a comma. However, if open punctuation is used in a full block form and no comma or colon is after the salutation, then no punctuation marks should be used after the complementary clause. The complementary clause is used at least 2 spaces below the last line. It may begin at the center of the page, and if the signature line is a long one, it may even begin from the left of the corner. I repeat, the complementary clause is usually used at least 2 spaces below the last line. It may begin at the center of the page, and if the signature line is a long one, it may even begin from the left of the center. The last one is the signature. The position of the signature is 2 spaces below the closing. If the signer's name is to be typed below the signature, leave 4 spaces between the closing and the typewritten names. I repeat, the position of the signature is 2 spaces below the closing. If the signer's name is to be typed below the signature, leave 4 spaces between the closing and typewritten name. The letter should always be signed in ink. No sign should be made in pencil or rubber stamp in regular business letter. In a big business companies, it is not possible for the head of the business to sign every outgoing letter. Some senior employees are therefore authorized to sign the firm. So these are the few important parts of a business letter, or you can say the essential parts of a letter. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to subscribe and like my channel.